Thinking about your career, so much of the early years were always about whether it was Bruce or fans or whatever. It was like, hey, Dean, be more aggressive, be more aggressive. Now that we're
Yeah.
here on the other side of it and you're playing in the NBA, how annoyed did you get with all that talk for a while?
I was really annoyed. Like my first 2 years, I was super annoyed with it. But now that I'm on this side, and I understand now that I should have been more aggressive. Taking more shots and stuff like that. Even my last 2 years, when they said I was being more aggressive, I needed to be even more aggressive than that, and just take more shots, be just everything. Just be more aggressive on defense, offense, all of it. So I really did get annoyed, but I understand why they were hounding me with it now.
Was Bruce the guy that was leading the charge in practice, or who was doing that the most?
Coach Weber was, Elo was, yeah, mostly them two. Mostly them two. Coach Lowry was always hammering me and always yelling at me like that, like, be aggressive all the time. So, and then during games, Coach Weber was always the one that pulled me aside. Shoot the ball. I'm like, all right, Coach, got you.
Was that a Bruce impression? I like that.
Yeah, it was. It was like almost halftime. We had like 30 seconds left, and I think we were playing Baylor, and he's like, I was running by, and he stopped me up after a free throw. He's like, shoot the ball. I was like, all right, okay. Well shot.
Man, well, it's clear. You can tell from this conversation, Dean Wade, I'm talking with right now, by the way, you do love these guys. You love your coaches here at K-State. How much, speaking of being annoyed, how much annoyance was there just with what the general fan sentiment was around Bruce Weber for a lot of your career?
Yeah, I mean, they fans, they go with the wind. It is what it is. But that goes for all the fan bases and stuff like that. I mean, there's always loyal ones that stay true to the coaching staff and the players and stuff like that. But most of them, fair weather fans. But we just made it a deal just to, as a team, to just try to ignore it. Really, just stay off social media if you can, and see like the least amount of it as you can, because we heard it and we knew it was going on and stuff, and it really made everyone mad. But we didn't want to do anything that would get us in trouble, say something like that. And so, like, Coach brought us in and was like, "You're going to hear a lot of stuff, and just try to ignore it. Just they don't understand what we're working towards here. They're not in the gym with us. They don't understand it. So you guys just stay true. Just keep your heads down, keep working, and we'll be fine." That's what he said, and it was early my sophomore year, and that's what we did. We just stayed off social media, just kept hanging out with each other. Didn't go out that much, like for football games and stuff like that, just because every time we went out, it was people hounding Coach Weber, like, "Oh, you guys need a new coach," and all this stuff like that, and it would make us really mad. So we just kind of stayed in and hung out with each other, and just kept working every day. And obviously our senior year, Coach Weber was like the best coach of all time to all the fans, and so success brings a lot of different views on coaches and coaching staff. So it's that was definitely the most annoying thing in college for sure.
Well, that's one thing I really appreciate about Bruce. No matter what you think about him as a coach, he seems to handle it very well. I mean, he's not fighting back with the fans or anything like that. From the inside, did it seem like he let it get to him ever much at all?
Oh no, Coach Weber, no, absolutely not. I never saw him one time get mad about it. He would, like, when he was mad in practice at us, he would be like, he would just say stuff, and but the other, like, I never saw him say anything like get mad at a fan or anything like that. He'd always just he'd just be like, "Yeah, they don't know what we're doing here. They don't know what we're building. They're not in here with us ever, are they?" And we'd be like, "No." And he's like, "Exactly. So they can say what they want, but I mean, Coach Weber's such like a caring person, especially for the players, man. He really did look out for all of us, and it really is like a family he built with us. And so, like, it really made all the players more mad than him. Like, I don't know how he does it. I really don't. If people were saying that to me, we're gonna have to talk, like, have a real conversation, just one-on-one. Coach Weber just ignores it. Yeah, whatever. Moves on with it, which is, it's crazy. He's so, like, strong-minded, and he knows what he's gonna do and how long it's gonna take, and he knows there's gonna be rough patches, but he knows that at the end of the day, he's gonna make it through. He'll be fine.
Well, the last question I have for you is something we were discussing on the show the other day, so that Wichita State series, the last game is going to be in 2024. So the discussion was Bruce Weber, 63 right now. Will he be coaching in that game in 2024? How much longer do you think he wants to do this? You think he'll be someone that sticks around to that point?
Honestly, like Coach Weber, the way he is, like as much energy as he's got, like I don't know, I don't ever see him stopping. He's gonna go on forever. He can coach forever. No, I don't know. I hope whatever decision he makes. I mean, I'm gonna be supportive. I mean, he's been coaching for I don't even know how many years, 40 probably some years. But man, whatever he does, I mean, he's had an unbelievable career so far. But I still talk to him like every week, and he still has that same energy, like passion, and fire in him. You can just tell when you're talking to him that he still loves the game. Still likes to impact like young guys' lives, just coming in out of high school, like bad places, stuff like that. And he loves it, man. He really does. He eats up the whole grind of the season and all that. I mean, he I don't know how many hours of sleep he runs on in the season, but I'm guaranteeing it's less than 5 a night for sure. And it's crazy. He comes in with the same energy every day. It's ridiculous. So I don't ever see him really stopping. I think he'll hit that last game at the Wichita State thing, and then after that, I think it's iffy on what he'll do. But no, it's tough for me to ever see him leave. Really, I mean, it feels like as he gets older, the more energy he gets. It's crazy.
Yeah, no doubt. It is. I can remember him talking like on a number of occasions during press conferences and stuff about not really sleeping or whatever. And I'm like, man, you handle that way better than I would. Way better than I would, for sure.
It's crazy. I like on the road and stuff, I think I've seen him eat like one meal ever. My whole college career, we used to talk about it. He's come into practice and eat one apple and drink like 8 bottles of water. I was like, this guy is a machine. He is an animal.
Not even like some Diet Coke or like some coffee or anything? None of that?
No, like I never saw him. Like when I'd see him like for film sessions, he'd have water right in front of him every time. Water. Practice, he'd walk in, water. It was like he'd eat one apple at the beginning of practice every day. That was the only thing. Like on road trips, never saw him eat. God. Or like if he did eat, like his plate was just like clean gone in like 20 seconds.